course, standard of environmental sanitation in housing. They had positive because anything happening now we also have photographs of the realities because the construction of the development what is the project. Okay. And but these are for safety because the island maternity is for natural vegetation. And no one
where there's an accountant, there's a big ship.
That's why these two are very good. But look at here. This will show you a very nice picture of what we are doing here. This 1988, when we have introduced a bit of money into our attendance, it has dropped considerably down.
Well, I've been all your food direction. But they have made progress.
Record your
Sunday. I have my own country. Well done. Yes,
no relation to Kenya.
No, I'm yeah. No. Where you are. My bro. This is a powerful.
Your Excellency, Chairman of the Data Committee, Excellency, the chairman of the Mechanical Committee and the members of the Lagos State Executive Council, they are present. My pleasure to welcome Your Excellency. We are confident that after this visit that virtually all our problems will be solved. It needs to be restated that the Lagos State Hospital Management Board was set up by Edict 12 of 1977, now repealed and replaced by the 1991 Edict, which has already been published. The board was primarily established for the purpose of providing health services in Lagos State in line with the directives of the implementation of the civil service reforms of 1988. Accordingly, 7 directorates have been established as follows: the Personnel Management Directorate, Planning, Research and Medical Statistics Directorate, Finance and Supplies Directorate, Medical Services Directorate, Pharmaceutical Services Directorate, Hospital Engineering Directorate, and last but by no means least, the Nursing Affairs Services. These 7 directorates ensure smooth running of the board and provide monitoring and licensing to the hospital units on behalf of the Governing Council. Members of the Governing Council have recently been sworn in by Your Excellency, and I'm happy to inform you, sir, that we've just concluded the first phase of our tour of hospitals and health centers in the state. The tour is to give the members an opportunity to have first-hand experience of the situation in the units with a view to finding lasting solutions to all identifiable problems. The Governing Council is the decision-making body of the board, and it is headed by the Executive Chairman. The Board Secretariat is responsible for the day-to-day administration of the board and the coordination of the activities of the various health units. The area hospitals management committees operate within the various health units, while each head of unit and hospital secretaries are responsible for the day-to-day activities of the various units. The number of hospitals and health centers, all referred to as units under the board, are as follows: General Hospital Lagos, Lagos Island Maternity Hospital, General Hospital Ikeja, Mercy Street Children's Hospital, General Hospital Badagry, General Hospital Lepe, General Hospital Bagada, General Hospital Ikorodu, General Hospital Agbowa, General Hospital Ajegule, General Hospital Isolo, Mainland Hospital, Research and Infection Disease Hospital. Then you have the comprehensive medical center, Unico Health Center, Rambo Health Center, Super Health Center, in addition to the tuberculosis services, including chest and engineering services. Mapping out strategies for the improvement of healthcare delivery in the state. The hospitals that have so far been visited are Mercy Street Children's Hospital, Unico Health Center, General Hospital Lagos, General Hospital Ikorodu, Agbowa, and Ekpe General Hospital. Comprehensive reports are being prepared based on the visits, and all the necessary refurbishing, renovation, and upgrading will be attended to as soon as possible. There's a transformer that was bought for them. We were able to fix the transformer, but the cost of installing it to NEPA grid went up from something like 50,000 to 80,000 to 180,000, and we are being told that it will cost about nearly $500,000 to install it. We have been negotiating with them. the transformer is there, but unless it's connected, the hospital cannot really enjoy the benefit of the transformer being there. So this is an area so that we need assistance. Now, in conclusion, sir, most of the problems I've highlighted are common problems facing the directories and units. It is hoped that the issue of provision of staff is the running cost for the hospitals, because I mentioned NEPA, the telephone is there, diesel is there, petrol is there, so that also is something that needs to be done. It is hoped that once the wherewithals are provided, the board will continue to perform admirably to meet the yearnings and the aspirations of Lagos State citizens. Thank you very much.
Lagos Island. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank most sincerely Nigeria. So to me, what is said is just a kind of reminder, and if you recollect, it's quite some time now that I took over office as the administrator of Lagos State. Like he said in his brief, my efforts or my concern, and that invariably is the concern of this administration, is to reverse the health situation for good in Lagos State. That is the beginning of whatever we intend to achieve. We want to progress technologically, we want to achieve space program. If there's no good health, we are just dreaming. And that is why I have decided and I've started demonstrating from the beginning that we may not be in position to achieve exactly what is supposed to be, but we should start at our level to make effort, try to look a bit into the future and put something down for generations after us to continue to build upon. It would be stupid, senseless of me to feel that within the short period that this administration will run, everything will be in position. No. But one should be able to put a system that will encourage continuity, so that an administration does not come, carry a project to a certain level, and is never of any business or does not attract the attention of the incoming ones. If we have been thinking or acting or governing in that light, I think what we are talking about now should be heard and what the situation is, and that is why I said we should be able to give good health care delivery system to the people of Lagos State, and that is why I am taking the pains to select what I believe is the best team in any management, health management body. To complement the government's effort, I want to plead with the board to continue to strive so that through their achievements it will be on the positive side of history, because whether we like it or not, somebody will have to write something for people to read. Whichever side you want to find yourself, you have the opportunity to decide now. And I think I want to play just with in line with my own name, who is never known to be bitter. So I want us to work for the positive side, so that the people of Lagos State will know that we've started a program that we enhance good healthcare delivery system that others coming after us should build upon, so that we can be as great as the Western powers. You've enumerated quite a lot of problems, and me, they are just like anything songs. What I want you to tell me, this is the problem, this is my idea of solving them, and I go along with it. You can say because our concern is for health and we ignore the teacher. The next thing you see them in the Alausa, carry their placards. You won't say you won't take care of the road, then because we quickly go off the road. So, within the limited resources that is available, we should be able to pick the prime ones and solve them once and for all. The casualty word, yes, like I said, I've heard about it before. I met with the contractors and we're talking. And it won't be long before we reach a decision. And I want to say that it is the situation of the casualty world has been so because we have not imbibed the spirit of continuity. That's what I discovered with it. Because we wouldn't have awarded a contract, it has got into a stage, and overnight you revise and publish in the papers to ask for people to bid for the same contract you've signed. And the man said, it's not done. It cannot be done. In a civilized world, it will not be allowed, and we are getting civilized. And that's why the man has been able to just put a book on it, and it remains so until we are able to dialogue. It will continue to remain, and the price will keep going. By now, we will have forgotten about the world. We will have been enjoying the facilities. But because I would say I want to be bold about it, of personal interest. That is why that situation is so, and it's sad. If for the sake of your own pittance you deny millions of people a facility that will be long-lasting, that will be of paramount effect on the health of the people, then it's sad and it's unfair. And I think we all believe in our creators. One day, will be one day. Somebody will have to account. I'm saying this because I want us, this time around, to start thinking on what we can do for the people of Lagos State, in particular, and Nigerians in general, because if that casualty ward has been in place, one can imagine how many lives will have been saved. And that's why I went into the whole history, and I discovered that it's a sad thing that for somebody's selfish interest or whatever, the thing could not continue. As far as this administration is concerned, it's more complicated. And as soon as I'm through with my discussions with the contractors, I'll let you know what has been done. I believe if we want to do something because of our system, and that one is concluded. Unless one project is finished, you cannot start another. That is the system now, because we have been asking questions. Why do you go from one project to the other? You carry one, carry it up to 85%, abandon it, start a new one. Why not complete that one then before you start the next? And we have so many projects at different stages of completion without serving the purposes for which they were established. And given the inflation trend, the thing keeps going up. That's why I'm asking that, having profiled the problem, I want a suggestion on the solution so that we can take them one. We said we are going to establish a drug manufacturing unit. The money is given finished. All I want to come for is commission now, nothing more. We want dialysis for all the money is given. All I expect for you to tell me is commissioning them. That is the way it's supposed to be, and that's where it's going to be for as long as this administration lasts. Once again, I'd like to thank you, and I want everybody to please
Abimbola Kuti, and Dr. Jones Olakunle Sendemi, Director General. Would like you to go away with this. You haven't had time in your very tight schedule to be on this. Thank you.
Give it as God, thanking you most immensely that at least third time we are lucky to have you here today. Twice this visit has been scheduled, and twice for one reason or the other it had to be rescheduled, but we are so happy that today, the 19th of April 1994, it has finally taken place. We thank you very much, and there is no doubt in our minds that all the promises you have given will come to fruition.
A lot of activities,
Okay, be the old one.
Holding that out. This massive or something else. Problems of the drawing I saw there is not that was the proposal. Why was the proposal abandoned? I think you have to get something that was just I agree. The finance problem is all over. That's what. So what I'm saying is, these are the beginning of the real project you have in mind. So that it's knocking and some other things will be in place, then you just continue. You don't get my idea. I do, sir. But we were looking at
You want to play? Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, well, I believe we are witnessing an historic this club by the president of the club, Social Secretary.
Between the servicing officer of the public service and the public in general. Created in September 1979 by then the governor of Lagos State, Alhaji Lateef Kayode. The club provides sport facilities for members and their families.
All along the touring, the working tour of the military administrator, the secretary to the state government had not been expected to speak at all. But here is a facility we are visiting, which is the melting pot, or supposed to be the melting pot of the entire public service of Lagos State. This is not a reception we expect at the end of a very grueling working tour. We had to shift and play it totally down. What we expect here is a full house, but for the fact that we called it off yesterday and limited it to what we now have, the staff club reception, as it were. But even then, it is obvious that clubbers don't operate in the morning and afternoon. They operate in the evening and night until they break. So this is not the normal atmosphere or period for clubbers to operate. We want to thank the military administrator for coming to the staff club. I lived for 10 years in the GRE before quitting to the popular side. I think I've been here only 4 or 5 times. I have my membership card. I cannot be expelled. But the club has grown over years, as I know, in quality and perception. And as the administrator continued to harp it on me that this is a club for everyone, not for 173 you now have on the road. Perhaps that is a mandate to work for that particular objective, that this should be the melting pot of the entire public service. The support that we need from vehicular facilities. Many directors, assistant directors, chiefs have no cars as they are entitled to. And we do not even have sufficient common pool vehicles. 18 months ago, that the structure of staffing has been lopsided in favor of the middle and junior staff. Banks and so on. Some are not serviced, some have totally broken down. The list is indeed long, but one thing is the state of the registry, the filing cabinets and so on. But because record is particularly important in our system, the bureaucracy. the military administrator from time to time noted the state of the registries, the cabinet, and one solution that is being profiled is immediate expansion of the computerization program and the microfilming, because in no time the files will be sending people out of the room, and people will not have places to sit with files taking over the whole place. There was noticed in a few places that we visited projects, abandoned projects that ought to be put back. Our library system for the state is nothing to write home about. All these things were established, but for one reason or the other, discontinuity, lack of funds, and sadly enough, a managerial weakness to get things done. Men, man, and materials are the 3 M's, but we tended to overemphasize the men, man, materials, and money. We tended to overemphasize the whole issue of money. But there are settings and activities of government that go beyond money. And the first is the man in his managerial ability to use whatever facilities that are available. The lessons of the tour so far are that it is preferred to see things on one's own. There is no length of literature that you can produce that would better your viewing the problem, the situation at the location. This, the military administrator has appreciated, and he's rather worried that things are as they are. And perhaps the only solution, the problem has been diagnosed, they are seen. The only solution is to look for money, strenuously look for money to attempt to solve a good number of the problems we have. At this point of familiarization tour and project visits, all we can say is that we are grateful as public servants to the military administrator. The program has not gone all that smoothly. We had to postpone and shift in a few areas because of other pressing engagements that we never foresaw at the time we were putting it together. But I will share this with you. The flexible disposition of the military administrator has made it a very pleasant assignment or task in getting getting it to this stage. I would want to thank the military administrator on your behalf, on behalf of the entire public service. The enthusiasm also displayed. We only wanted a visit to see what was there, but it has engendered a lot of interest, a lot of enthusiasm. It has rekindled the faith in the public service. The interest and the commitment are now visible, and it only remains that if we can harness not anything more than 50% of the requirements that have been set before the military administrator, wonders will be performed. I think I can say this on your behalf, that we are resolute to perform wonders, even if the resources are not that luxurious, that with a little bit of pep, we are prepared to perform wonders. The final reception for this will come up on another day, perhaps a weekend, for the military administrator. We are just here to visit the club as of today, and it's probably coming on a Saturday, which we will all be fully mobilized, and it will be a day of eating and drinking. I don't know if there will be any dancing. But surely it will be a day of a good resume of what has been done. This these are just outlines. And, these are just outlines of what we have seen. The military administrator is interested in action because people may ask, and so what? You've moved around, what would you do? Such visits, not on this global level, must have been done at one time or the other. What came out of them? It is the job of the Office of the Secretary to Government to coordinate policies and so on. As we were going around, we have started action. These problems have been put in their various cells, and there are committees already looking into them. The whole issue of accommodation, the whole issue of office equipment, the whole issue of staffing, and so on. Committees are dangerous. You may set them up, but you must be quick in assessing their performance. They are standing committees. They are not just reporting committees. They are also implementation committees. Then the General Services Department of the Office of the Establishment and Service Matters is now the working committee on all the speeches presented at this talk and all the requests made by commissioners and directors general and other service chiefs that we have at various locations. That committee meets every week, or the department meets every week to read in detail what has been said. And then we try to group the issues and attack them. One of such is the refurbishment of vehicles. Already we've asked for a sum of 10 million naira to start off the refurbishment of vehicles. This is a trade-off, not a new fund, between buying new vehicles and doing something to the stock we have, which we estimate is about ₦1 billion worth of vehicles, that if we leave them, they will rot in the various compounds and offices. Also, we are looking at generator sets. We have generator sets that we can quantify now at about ₦500 million in water corporation, in waste disposal company, and the Public Works Corporation, in the Secretariat itself. We have quite a large stock of inventory that are not working. So it is a duty in the first place, especially considering the environment, the economic environment, to start off from there and in bids over the next few months and in the future, next year and beyond, new capitalization will be done. I want to thank the military administrator on behalf of the Lagos State Public Service Club, of which I'm a member, an active member for that.
Adequately precede all that may be said. And all I want to add is that I decided to have a call here so that I can, like I've done in all the ministries, offices and bureaus, see things for myself. Because like the president or chairman of civil service club is concerned, all work and no play makes John a dull civil servant. After we must have given off our best in the offices, there's need for us to relax and get the body in shape for the next day's job. My other intention was for us to end it on a Saturday here, so that I will have the opportunity not only of meeting with the civil servants, but knowing the large family that has been brought together in the affairs of running the administration of Lagos State. That will still stand, because it's not enough to know the the commissioners, the secretaries, the DGs, without getting to know at least some members of their family, because as far as I'm concerned, it is a family that wants to move Lagos State forward and not to Inola alone. I've seen that given the position of Lagos State, the Civil Service Club is a far cry from what it's supposed to be. And I can show you. What to do our own is not where you can compare.
Majority of the members that have not paid, they come, they haven't paid for years.
This is a mockery of even Manufaturing, where they just that became state 2 days ago. That question I asked you. You don't want to. Even in animal kingdom, there's social parking order. Where lion park, antelope no go park. It's a nice thing. Even in animal, one to the other. Yes, this one is just a mockery of